So yesterday I was talking to a client of mine about Clubhouse, the Clubhouse app, and he mentioned that Clubhouse had did some changes, and so a lot of people were upset about those changes. And I said to him, I left Clubhouse about 2 years ago. It's been a long time since I've been on that platform. It was really good for the pandemic, but quickly I felt like it was consuming too much of my time, so I got off of it. And I put more of my attention on building like my own community, and in addition to like TikTok and now YouTube as well. And so it inspired me this morning to download the app to see what the big change was. And sure enough, as I reactivated my account and I log in, and I noticed Clubhouse looks completely different than what I remember. Clubhouse used to be a really good concept, a really good app. It allowed people to communicate in real time with each other via audio. It was like a live audio podcast. It was like social media for audio only, but in real time. It was an amazing concept. Well, that has completely gone away. When you go in there now, well, technically it's gone away, because when you go in there now, you don't see any of the stuff you used to see. Like, you used to be able to log in and you would see different rooms that people had, and those rooms were live and things of that nature. And now it's turned into a platform that allows friends to leave voice messages for each other. But for some odd reason, there was still another room in there that was still live. I don't know what's going on with the platform, but I go into this room where there's probably 100 people in, and everybody is talking about how they hate the changes that Clubhouse has made. And most importantly, people who had invested a tremendous amount of time into that platform, building up their followers, all of their followers have also been taken away, and they've only been left with a fraction of the people that they had access to. And everybody is livid, and everybody is talking about how stupid it is for Clubhouse to make those changes. And everybody is talking about how they should have consulted with the customer before they made those changes. And everyone is just going on and on and on in this room about how much they disagree with what has happened with the platform. And I agree with a lot of what they were saying in there. In fact, I might even agree with all of it. To me, it is stupid for them to make those changes, because it worked so well. The only reason I got off of it is because it was taking up too much of my time. But the app itself was amazing. They took those features away. But although I disagreed with what the owners of Clubhouse did, I took a step back from it, because I'm not emotionally attached to it anyway, because I haven't been on the platform in 2 years. I took a step back and I said they're all missing the point, because everybody in the room was like, well, just go follow me now on Instagram. Follow me now on, message me on Instagram. And I'm like, people continue to miss the point. They continue to miss the mark over and over again. And it's frustrating, because in this game of digital assets, I've been telling people for so many years that they need to have a platform that they can call their own. So many people are so just hypnotized by sending people to this platform and this platform and this platform that they're no longer building their own communities. A lot of these people that were dependent on Clubhouse have lost all communications with the people that were following them. And now they're telling them to go to another platform that they don't own. And that brings up a very valid point right here, is that you need to start building your own community away from these big entities. And most people won't listen to that because doing that doesn't come with the immediate gratification that you get from posting a picture on Instagram and instantly having somebody like it, or instantly getting a follower on TikTok. And I'm not saying stop doing any of those things. I'm just saying that you should only be using these platforms to send people to your platform, to your online community. Hence, I'm telling everyone to go to webassetgroup.com if you want to contact me. I'm not going to respond for the most part on these other platforms. I'm not going to put a lot of time and energy into building a passionate community. I'm going to do that in my own community because I know that as much as I love this platform, I don't own it. At any moment, this platform could choose to change its rules on me, and there goes my audience. There goes my reach. So I put more pride into the smaller community that I have inside of my own community than I do the communities that I'm building on these platforms, because again, you can't control it. These social media platforms now are equivalent to working for a company. You go to work, you fall in love with the company, and then one day you show up and somebody in the company decides that this relationship is over. I'm sorry, you're fired. You put so much time and energy into building up these communities, dumping content into these communities, and now the relationship is over. And hey, I get it. I get it from both sides. I understand from the world of Clubhouse, they got to do what they think is best for business. And I also get it as a person that's using Clubhouse to build their business. It is frustrating, but you got to remember, you don't own that app. You don't own it. It's not yours. They can do whatever they want to do with it. They can decide to destroy it if they want to, which is why you need to be invested in building up your own community. Build up yours. Okay? Put that time and energy into building up something that gives you a line of direct communication with your audience without censorship, without some weird algorithm keeping you away from the people that decided to follow you in the first place. I meet so many creators that have tens of thousands of followers, millions of followers. Man, I can't pay my rent. That's what they say. They can't pay their rent. They're struggling. Because although they got all of these followers, these vanity metrics on social media, those followers don't always convert into paying customers. Which is why I tell people, listen, put all that time and energy and effort into building your own communities. And I have a few resources below this video that can allow you to do that. And it would be wise of you to check them out. Time and time again, people continue to miss the mark. Time and time again, people continue to make the same mistake. You know, how many times do you need to get fired from a job before you realize that maybe it's not a good idea for you to have one in the first place? How many times does it take for you to get banned or shadow banned, or a platform continues to just take away your followers before you start to realize that maybe you should be doing something that most people aren't willing to do? You need your own app. You need your own community. And there's a few resources right below this video. Now, I'm telling you this because I've been using the power of the internet to take care of my family for well over a decade at this point. And I feel like a tape recorder when I say this, but I've built multiple companies and helped so many other people build their companies using the power of the internet. So I've been following the trends for a very long time, and I've been looking far down the road for a very long time. And I saw years ago, I started to notice that, man, it's going to be beneficial for you to have your own social platform. It's going to be beneficial. Thought something was on me. It's going to be beneficial for you to have your own community that you can put your time, energy, and effort into. And again, I'm not saying don't use social media. I'm just saying don't let social media use you. You need to become your own Mark Zuckerberg. You need to become your version of Elon Musk. You need to become your own Clubhouse, if you will, and get people coming to your community, especially if you are a coach. This isn't a message for consumers. This is a message for coaches and leaders that are trying to build an audience online. When are you going to learn that you don't own these platforms? And if you don't own the platform, you don't own the assets inside of the platform. It's quite simple. So people are complaining, but complaining doesn't do anything. What does do something is asking yourself different questions. What do I need to do to set myself up and put myself in a position of power? How can I become my own smaller version of Mark Zuckerberg with my own community? And there are some resources to answer that question below this video. It's Robbie Cornelius with Web Asset Group, always encouraging you to master your mind and make money online. Talk to you soon.